Y'all, I hate when y'all make me agree with Donald Trump, but unpopular opinion rant, bitch. So I'm gonna post a video that I made last year this time about Donald Trump and my views on his speaking and like stepping into his shoes. What I have come to realize is, one, a lot of the people that are on here giving news and reporting the news is giving biased news, uninformed news, and unintelligent news, and uninformed opinions. Some of them, I think, intentionally, some of them unintentionally, but all of them, most of them, stupid. Even some of your most favorite TV hosts, comedians. This sounds horrible. Again, I hate when you hoes make me agree with Donald Trump, bitch. But a lot of times they be saying what he be saying don't make sense. Sometimes it don't make sense. Sometimes he does tangent. There's that. We're going to start there. But sometimes some of the shit he be saying make absolute sense. But sometimes when you're not intelligent enough to understand what someone is saying, you think that person is stupid, but in all actuality, you're the stupid one. And that's why he always called his constituents stupid. Because y'all can't tell the real from the fake. And y'all enjoy the fake instead of the real. And that's why it's so easy to distract you. And it's so easy to make a play on you. Y'all easy marks because y'all stupid. And you don't take the time to go and inform yourself. You just want to be the first to the story. And sometimes it's not about being the first to the story. It's about letting the story develop. Y'all think he dumb, but y'all dumb. Oh my God. And I'm sitting, so I sat and watched the same press conference that everybody else watched yesterday. I have studied politics since I was a wee lad, since I was in at least 15 years old. You understand what I'm saying? 15 years old, I've been studying politics. Shout out to Mr. fucking O'Brien. You get what I'm saying? So I'm sitting and I'm watching this press conference and he makes sense. I actually enjoyed the press conference and I left a little bit more motivated, if I'm being honest. I felt like I was generally getting a speech from Pauls. I know that he's fucking 87. He was born in the racist age. What you expect from him? He's doing what he can. You get what I'm saying? Like he doing what he can. I'm not ignorant to the reality of the situation, but I'm also wise enough to know that even a homeless man could give you some good advice. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to him talk, and yes, he goes in tangent. What do you expect? What do you expect the old man with early onset Alzheimer's to do? You get what I'm saying? What do you expect him to do? But I appreciate him for his lucid moments. And so a lot of these reporters, they just so inhumane. They forgot they lost the fucking plot. They're so easily distracted. So what does he do? He gives you the distraction. He's keeping you hoes alive. He's giving you hoes something to talk about. And y'all need to be saying thank you to, even as fucked up as it sounds. Because without him, like he said, America was dead a year ago. Nobody was talking about nothing. Nobody had no jobs. And I keep fucking saying this. But then yesterday I sit and I listen to this. I listen to it for myself. I've listened to all of his other briefs or press conferences. And I say what I say when I made that rant about him sounding like he lost his mind and I went crazy viral. I still feel that way, but I also went in the middle of that conversation and he was on a tangent. He had got lost in a tangent that he meant to go on. So he was literally actively losing his mind. He kind of meant to, but he didn't really mean to go that far. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't, like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to point out the man, like, we don't have to keep talking about him having dementia. We already know that. Like, why we keep, like, we know that. But let's focus on what we can fucking focus on. You get what I'm saying? So I go to this press conference with my papa who got dementia, and I'm like, okay, what's T? What are you talking about? And first off, I'm so, like, we got RFK there, half one foot in the grave, one foot out the grave, giving his speech. I don't even listen when he talk because, bro, it sounds like, bro, you, like, I don't even want to talk about him, but they reinstated the physical fitness exam. And that's amazing. Like, Michelle Obama did the FIT program. He's making it mandatory to do the presidential fitness challenge. He's putting that back in school. And he also, I'm sorry, y'all, I am for equal rights, but he also talked about taking, like, and that's what people don't understand. Like, like they couldn't keep up. Like, an unintelligent person can't keep up with an intelligent person. Donald Trump is the president. He can't be dumb. You get what I'm saying? He, like, regardless of what anybody want to say, we can call him a freaking idiot. He's the president. Like he said, and that's what his brain thinks so fast. Oh, I hate that you guys have me on the internet defending Trump, but it makes sense. His brain moves so fast, you can't keep up with the tangents. Why do I know? Because I think the same. Like, and there are other people who think like us. You get what I'm saying? So while we may think different things, you can tell somebody who's intelligent by, and I'm not saying he's all the way intelligent, because he's ignorant. But he's not stupid. Like, if you get what I'm saying. So he's talking about the presidential fitness exam, and then he starts to talk about how, like, one of the reasons why these men are up there, because people seem confused, because they're all athletes. And they're healthy and they're fit, and they've created a board that's supposed to help collegiate programs get back to the way they used to be, because there's a lot of pay for play, and they're trying to help regulation. So all of this is in the fitness arena. People couldn't get that, and they couldn't understand it. And then he went on a tangent about women athletes. And then, so of course, any natural person, I feel like that's a tangent I would go on. And while we're talking about sports, we're separating men's sports from women's sports. We're making sure women can't compete in men's sports, and men can't compete in women's sports, and it's fair. And then that way we can make sure that the women's sports get the money that they're entitled. We're trying to redirect things, but everybody's so caught up in the Epstein of it all, which is like, and the reality is, and this is my y'all know he in the files. Like, y'all know he's telling you. So to keep asking for these files at this point is just further showing how idiotic you are, because he said it, you know. So what now? Now what? Nothing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. He said he could go into Central Park and do what he needs to do, and nobody's gonna do anything. He's proven that to you guys right now when you don't even see it, because you're fucking idiots. Y'all making me agree with Donald Trump. So that's what the press conference was about yesterday. And anybody who did not understand that just isn't intelligent, like, it's caught up in the minutia. Now, did he go on a ramble? He has dementia. Why do we have to keep saying that? You get what I'm saying? Like again, you're looking dumb, not him. Because who the fool? The fool, or the fool that's arguing with the fool? You get what I'm saying? Like, but I had to get that off my chest. Like, I would have loved to interview Donald Trump in his prime, to really pick his brain. I hope one day I get a chance to interview him just as me. You get what I'm saying? Because I would just love to pick his brain. I would love to pick his brain about interior design. And, like, nobody asked him those questions. Everybody mad because he's building a ballroom, but they're not even paying attention to the fact that he said it's going to be a legacy ballroom. Like, you don't even understand what he's doing. You don't see him setting up for his own demise. Y'all too caught up in the weeds of things. And I did hear an interesting factoid about how a president was, like, expelled or not voted back in because of, like, a redesigning in a time where people were in famine. But the taxpayers not paying for this. Private people paying for this. He probably paying for this out of his pocket. You get what I'm saying? But that's it. That's all I want to tell you. I wanted to go on this Donald Trump rant because I really realized that most of these reporters, even some of the ones you see, they are really truly uninformed. Look, y'all.